Good afternoon, Chamber of Commerce members. This is Dale Steenbergen, President and CEO of your Chamber of Commerce. I'm coming to you today from the Clock Tower room. So the Clock Tower room, as you can guess, is a room right underneath at the bottom floor of the Clock Tower in our chamber office. And every time I walk in here, I just come here to be filled with energy and be enthused about what a great place to live, work, and do business that we all live in, and I'm so appreciative of that. Behind me is a banner that I think is really unique. It says Cheyenne Chamber of Commerce, organized 1907. You know, 113 years ago, the business community in Cheyenne came together and said, we're going to work together to make Cheyenne a better place to live, work, and do business. And that mission has continued on here. And what a great job they've done. We've survived all kinds of things as we've marched through history. We've survived the pandemic of 1918. We've survived World War I and World War II and Vietnam and Korea. We've survived economic downturns in the Depression, the 50s, the 80s, the 90s, 2008. And yet, after all those challenges, the business community has come through stronger, and the community of Cheyenne has been made a better place to live, work, and do business because of the steadfastness of the business community here in our area. So from the Chamber of Commerce standpoint, as we move through these very perilous times, there are three things that we want to do for you. Number one, we want to communicate. Number two, we want to advocate. And number three, we want to stimulate. So let's talk about each of those for just a moment. First of all, communicate. I hope that you've checked our website. We have put resources of all kinds on our website, from talking about the safety that you need to take with your employees and your workplace, to communicating about the kinds of things you need to do to qualify for federal grants and loans. And we are dedicated here at the Chamber to make sure that you have the latest information and that you have the best information available so that you can make good decisions moving forward. Second thing we are doing is advocating. Right now, the CARES Act is going through the United States Senate. There are some really good things in that bill with some little changes that could go from very good to not so good or even bad for American business. So we are working with the U.S. Chamber and chambers across this country to make sure that as that bill advances, that we get a bill that is good for you, our people, and that has the kinds of things with loans and grants and payment deferrals that really can make a difference to you having gone through these economic hard times. The third thing that we are trying to do is stimulate. So we need to stimulate our economy locally. The best things come from grassroots efforts. You know, we need to remember those restaurants who have been challenged with their income the last week. Just imagine that 70 or 80 or 90% of your income was just gone tomorrow. So that's what's happened to these restaurants, and I know that others of you in other fields are also in the same shape. But let's remember these folks. If there's things we can do to shop locally, to carry out food, to buy gift cards, let's all band together and we can help ease the pain for these businesses that have been immediately impacted by these very tough times that we are in. Lastly, I would tell you that as we advance through this, that there's nothing more important than the health and well-being of our people. And we do have challenges, and we must be careful with ourselves, with our employees. And I know we're all trying, but it gets very difficult. So, you know, we need to flatten that curve. I know we're all working to do that. Let's get that done so that we can move out of this and get to work repairing the losses that all of us have suffered as we move forward, and to minimize those losses as much as we can. Thank you, Cheyenne, for being such a great community. We truly are a great place to live, work, and do business. You know, as we look back and see that 100+ years, certainly we have gone through some struggles and we have come out in good shape. Let's all get to work and make sure as we pass through this difficult time that Cheyenne truly is the most magnificent place to live, work, and do business on the face of this planet as we move forward.